So it's 2 a.m. in the morning. Your phone rings. I have a collect call from. It's your son, your daughter, friend, or family member who's been incarcerated in a local jail. They're being held without bond. What I like to tell individuals, or what I like to advise people from a bail bondsman's perspective, that if you have a friend or family member who's been arrested in the evening or early in the morning, the first thing that you want to identify is if they have bond. Calling around to lawyers and other professionals without gathering the information is something that you do not want to do. You want to make sure that your friend or family member has been booked into the facility, number one. Then number two, you want to make sure that you have their full legal name and date of birth. One of the questions that I get all the time is what next? So to solve that problem for you, the first thing you need to acquire is full name, date of birth, and you also need to make sure that they're booked into the facility. You can find the local facility phone numbers on your Google search or on your Yelp advertisement, where you can find any other professionals. But you don't want to panic. So after you've collected that information, the next thing that you want to do is you want to identify if there's a bond that has been placed or if the individual is going to be released. Typically, if it's a DUI charge, what essentially happens is the person is held for somewhere between 8 to 9 hours until they sober up. Whether they feel they're drunk or they're not drunk, they still have to be held for 8 hours. After that 8 hours, they're typically released. So, if you have a friend or family member and they happen to give you a call, early morning, late afternoon, always ensure you have their full name and date of birth. Secondly, you want to make sure that they're booked into the facility and you have the correct telephone numbers and location of where they're being incarcerated. And lastly, you don't want to panic. You always want to be calm, you want to be relaxed, and you want to make sure that you're clearly thinking prior to you making phone calls to professionals or other outside individuals for help.